Welcome back to Fox Explainer. Today I'm going to show you a horror, thriller movie from 2017 called The End. Spoilers ahead. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Watch out and take care. The movie starts with a businessman named Claudio Verona getting ready to go to work. But he was mad that the car that came to pick him up was late. Not only that, but the traffic jams made him angry. So he told his assistant to serve their client breakfast first. A few minutes later, Claudio finally got to the office, where he met Sylvia, his new assistant. After seeing Sylvia's pretty face, Claudio asked her to be on his team and come to the meeting. It turns out that Claudio is a high-class playboy who likes pretty women even though he is already married. He also tries to get back with his ex-girlfriend, Martha, in addition to Sylvia. Martha tried to say no because she was getting married soon. Claudian keeps insisting, even after hearing this, so Martha has to use her finisher. Claudio gave up in the end and just let Martha go. Not long after that, his wife Lorna called him out of the blue to see if he was okay. Claudio said that he was fine, but out of curiosity, he tried to find out what really happened to make Lorna worry about him. Lorna then said that she had seen on the news that there were riots going on all over the city. Without anyone noticing, the elevator suddenly stopped. He then tried to get in touch with the technical staff in the building so they could come get him out of there because he had a meeting with his client coming up soon. After waiting a while, the technicians never came. Since Claudio had to go to the meeting soon, he tried to call the technician again. Surprisingly, he heard the voices of technicians who were scared because they were being chased by someone. Then, when his patience ran out, Claudio tried to force the elevator door open. Even though he used all of his strength, the door only opened a little because something was in the way. Claudio tried to get out of there, but he couldn't because his body was too big to fit through the small hole in the door. Claudio then yelled, hoping that someone would come help him get out of there. However, nobody seemed to hear the screams. Not long after that, his wife called him again to say that a strange person was banging on her house door. Then Claudio told her to call the police right away. But Lorna said that she did it, but she can't prove it because the connection was suddenly cut. After telling his wife to lock herself in her room, Claudio tried to get one of his friends to come over to the house and watch over Lorna because it seemed like she was in trouble. But after a while, his wife called again to say that she had seen on the news that some people out there had gone crazy and were attacking other residents. At first, Claudio didn't believe what Lorna said, but when he looked at his phone, he was surprised to see that the news about the attack was true. Not long after that, Claudio saw many people, including Martha, running away in fear. Then Martha asked him to open the elevator door right away. Unfortunately, Martha was dragged, leaving Claudio confused about what happened to those people who were willing to commit that crime. In the middle of his confusion, a group of people who had become zombies suddenly tried to attack him. But since they couldn't get into the elevator, they had to leave Claudio there. After that happened, Claudio didn't know what to do because if he tried to leave, the zombies would probably attack him right away. But if he stays there, he will die of hunger because he has nothing to eat. Then, when Claudio was about to get a call from Sarah, one of her assistants, he was pulled over by his ex, who had turned into a zombie at the time. Fortunately, he was able to get away. Claudio was no longer interested in his ex-wife. Martha's face had now changed into a scary zombie face. He also hit Martha with the iron that was there until her face was crushed. He then tore a piece of paper from his thesis report and used it to cover the zombie's blood so he wouldn't slip when he stepped on it. Not long after that, he saw Sylvia, who was hiding from the zombies. Claudio then called her and asked Sylvia to help him open the elevator door. But unfortunately, their plans didn't work because some zombies appeared out of nowhere and attacked Sylvia. Then, the same thing that had happened to Sylvia happened again to some of his friends, including Sarah. From then on, Claudio stopped caring about what happened to other people, including himself. Not only that, but his pain got even worse when he got a call from his wife telling him that the zombies had broken into their house, until Claudio could no longer reach Lorna. Then, when the zombies outside screamed and tried to break into the elevator, the police showed up and started shooting at the zombies. Eventually, he managed to kill all the zombies there. The police then tried to help Claudio get out. Since neither of them could open the elevator door, the police planned to reset the system in the elevator by turning on the generator on the roof of the building. Before leaving, he gave Claudio a weapon to protect himself and a walkie-talkie so the two of them could talk. Claudio slowly led Marcello, a police officer who didn't know where the generator was, to it. While he was walking, Marcello suddenly said that he couldn't go upstairs because there was a lot of heavy furniture blocking the stairs on the 9th floor. Then, Marcello told Claudio to find another way out. After a moment of thinking, Claudio finally remembered that one of his friends had a room on the 9th floor that had tools for fixing buildings outside it. Marcello can use these to get to the top floor. Right away, Marcello went there. When he tried to break the building's glass with his weapon, the sound of the shattered glass attracted the zombies. Marcello was too tired to keep fighting the zombies. In the end, Marcello was able to turn on the generator, but the elevator door still wouldn't open. When Claudio checked it, he saw that there was something blocking the door, which was causing the elevator to break down. When Claudio tried to take the object, a zombie came up and was about to bite him, so he had to shoot the zombie with the gun that Marcello gave him. Without realizing it, the sound of the gunshot actually draws in the other zombies. In the end, Claudio shot all the zombies until he realized that he had killed his own friends who had turned into zombies. Claudio felt like he was a bad person because he had killed all of his coworkers, including his ex-girlfriend. Then, while Claudio was looking at pictures of his wife, he heard several other soldiers trying to fight off the zombies at the end of the hallway. When Claudio tried to call them, the soldier couldn't hear Claudio's voice because they were being attacked by dozens of zombies. Claudio waited for Marcello for hours, but he never came back. This made Claudio think that Marcello had not been able to save himself from the zombies. Claudio felt hopeless and was going to kill himself when he suddenly heard Marcello's voice telling him to open the door above the elevator right away. At first, Claudio didn't know how to open the door, but in the end, he used the iron that was there. Then, as soon as Marcello walked in, he grabbed his shotgun and started killing all the zombies that were there until he finally got rid of them all. After that, Marcello tells the whole story of what happened when he tried to escape from the zombies. At first, Marcello had trouble because the zombies had taken over the whole building, but after killing a few of them, he was able to escape by going into the hallway, even though one of the zombies bit his leg. Claudio tried to ask Marcello what had happened to make the humans turn into zombies. Marcello then said that it all started when health experts discovered that a dangerous virus that started in wild animals was spreading. The virus eventually spreads, and everyone starts to act strangely, like zombies. Without realizing it, the zombies managed to shut down the whole city in just a few days. Before turning into a zombie, he finally started talking about his wife, Kira. Claudio thought that Kira had died after being attacked by zombies, but Marcello told him that his wife was fine because she had been taken to a shelter, also called a bunker, that the soldiers had built for people who had not been infected with the zombie virus. A moment later, Marcello started to act like he was about to turn into a zombie. He also told Claudio to shoot him right away because he didn't want to become a zombie. But Claudio didn't follow Marcello's orders because he was afraid. This made Marcello hit him, which showed Claudio how painful it was to be bitten by a zombie. Soon after that, Marcello finally turned into a zombie and tried to attack Claudio until he shot himself in the leg by accident. In the end, Claudio had to use the gun to kill Marcello for good. When the zombies nearby heard the gunshot, they came to help. In his panic, Claudio started shooting the zombies with the shotgun until he slipped and hit his head on the elevator wall, which knocked him out. Then, when he woke up, the zombies were gone, and when Claudio checked his cell phone, he saw that he had gotten several calls from an unknown number. He then tried to call the number, and it turned out to be his wife, who told him that she was being saved by soldiers at the moment. When Claudio finds out that his wife is still alive, he starts to feel like he has a reason to live again as he tries to pick up the object blocking the elevator doors. He finally managed to get it. Claudio immediately opened the elevator door and got ready to leave. But before he left, he picked up a watch that was on the floor because it looked like a branded, expensive watch. When he was about to leave the building, a zombie came crawling toward him. She made him step on her head until it was crushed. He did it because he was tired of zombies killing so many people. Claudio then went for a walk around the city, but it seemed like no one had survived the zombie attack. He kept walking until he finally came across one of the zombies, who tried to attack him. Suddenly, someone shot at the zombies, and it turned out that it was soldiers who were watching the area. Claudio also tried to move his hand. Then, the soldiers told his team to save Claudio right away, knowing that he had not been infected with the zombie virus. At the end of the movie, we see how crazy the city has become since the zombie virus spread. Then the movie ends. That's all for now. I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more and hit the like button to help me out, and also leave a comment if you want me to explain your favorite film. Until next time, take care.